What's going on, guys? Oh my goodness. We are back at the shop, and Sean and I are killing it. We're killing it. All right, let's say hi to some people. I said hi to a lot of people already. Patty is in the house. Thrifty Angela. The normal crew is in the house. Susan is in the house. Floss in the house. Lynn is in the house. I missed that one actually. Good to see you, Lynn. Debbie, and hang on. These guys are chatting. So Kelly is in the house. These guys are chatting. So I'm trying to make sure I'm not repeating names. Teresa, Tim, Surfing Dodo, Nancy in the house. I'm scrolling. I'm gonna try and hurry through this. I think I may not have said Jackie's name yet. Hurry. Kelly is in here. Dale is in the house. Hi everyone. Happy Tuesday from me and the dogs. How's that new puppy doing? Let's see here. Hi, Rockin' Dale. Okay, yep. Folk of the Forest is in the house. Good to see you. All right, Annette's in the house. I'm hurrying. Les is in the house. Good to see you guys. Hi, Dawn and Maxwell, watching from Calgary. Good to see you, Dawn. I'm moving. Desert Deb in the house. Lenny is in the house. Lenny is the owner of this Ram ProMaster 3500 Extended. It is a 2022. It's the big one. BJ Schooler is in the house saying hi to everyone. We did a lot of chatting before the show. Yep. That is fantastic. I love that. Linda Barker is in the house. Tim, I'm actually surprised there's so many people here. I did not realize it until the last minute that there was a thing on that people would be watching. Heidi is in the house saying hey from Maine. Oh, I love Maine. Kelly and I love Maine. Love Maine. I think everybody loves Maine. Have you ever heard of anybody say, oh, I just cannot stand Maine? Because you hear that in the state of misery here. The state of misery. Bernadette's in the house. Melanomatic and I are going to have a Kentucky 25 meetup in September, late September, at the Land Between the Lakes. I already know about that. Marshall talked to me about it, and I believe, hopefully, I should be able to come. Deborah's in the house. Hey to everybody on the phone. Guys, Tim has a new video out. I actually am in the middle of watching that. I'll tell you what, I need a vehicle that can get into the places that Tim's vehicle can get into. So Desert Adventures is in the house. Good to see you, Steve. Tell Oki we said hi. Hey, Tim, I think I might have gotten everybody. If you're in the house and I didn't say hi, a big hello. I'm trying to scroll through and do it fast. If you're here rewatching it, thanks for the replay. Great video, Tim. Absolutely. Patty, you're more than welcome to drop that link. Or actually, I think Tim can. Howdy from the mountains of Santa Fe. I'll never forget that driving through Santa Fe, I thought about you like the whole crossway over there. So Doug and Ava raid. Lily is in the house. How did I not know Lily was or that Ava was on Tuesday? I think she raided me before. I did not realize it. Okay, I want to read this one. There was on Integra Super C 4x4 with a Ford F600 engine in the Ford lot, only $275,000. I'm telling you, these things are crazy expensive. Yep, thank you for the raid. Teresa, how's your vehicle doing? Are you guys back on the road? Watching from my phone. Oh, nice. That is such a YouTuber. I was like, I watch a video, and sometimes when I'm watching it, I'll like have the description open because you can put a whole bunch of stuff in your description. And I find myself doing that. And then I'll like, hey, do you know you can do this? Sharing those YouTube tips. So let's talk about the van. Okay, so we got the van back around noon and are now enjoying the quiet at Ironwood. That's so cool. Awesome. So the Ram ProMaster is in the van. We are going to go get a load of wood tomorrow, probably in the afternoon. I did a whole bunch of shopping this morning online, getting stuff sent to me. And Sean and I are killing it. Let's see here. We got all the kill mat up. And when I say we, I mean Sean. It was actually about 5 hours to get Lenny to the train station and come back. And we stopped and looked at countertops. And I'm just going to say this. When you guys see her countertop, you're going to be like, I didn't get that option. How come you didn't send me that? It's stinking cool. So, better buy that wood before prices go up. I feel like it's going to be what it's going to be. A lot of the people that are saving for a van build have been saving for a while. And, you know, just like gas, when we want to go to Maine and gas in Maine or California is $6 a gallon, but we still want to go, but it's $2.35 or $2.52 here, we still pay the $6 a gallon because it has to be worth it for you and for these people that bring their vans to me. But definitely I'm going to get a load and get it ASAP. So my worry is I just hope that down the road I don't have issues getting stuff. So exactly what I hope for is where my mom is watching. So anyway, so we're gonna go get that tomorrow. So anyway, we got the kill mat up, the sound deadening material. We got, I'm gonna say 90% of the Thinsulate, 3M Thinsulate insulation installed. We have today, I had Sean work on some header boards because we didn't have any long ones to make furring strips out of. So I had Sean make all the small ones that the Ram ProMaster has those ribs on that. It's a little 5-inch section. So you really need to build that out. So I had him doing that, and I knew he is fast, and I knew he was going to get those cut and primed and going to want to start putting them up by the end of the day. So I thought, I got to run some wires back there before you do that. And I got on a roll, and I just wired her entire van. So DC current only. So I even ran wires under the van for the ball valve, the LED lights, everything. So what else do we have done? We got a bunch of video recording done too. I think that might be it. It was a lot. It's been a big 2 days. And we got the ribs taken out for where the windows are going to go. We got those out. I'm watching them now. I got an ad in the middle of your live. That's never happened before. So it gave me it. So it pops up and it said, do you want it in the middle of your stream or do you want to control it? And I clicked on it, but I can unclick that. Yep, ads are on. Ads are new. Me too. So if you do not have YouTube Prime or whatever it's called, YouTube, you will get a commercial. It'll play for a couple seconds and then hit skip. They're changing something in May, and they're putting more ads in, and it's so that YouTubers can make a little bit more money, because everyone has the option of skipping those ads. So it'll come on for a few seconds and then you can skip them. And when you see that, if you can take a deep breath and know that the content creator is making a couple of dollars off of that, I feel like on the live streams, I can unclick that. I thought that meant for the replays, for the people that come back tomorrow and play it. I didn't know it would do it while we were actually live. So if that's an inconvenience, I am sorry. You guys just bought me a carton of eggs. Not really. not in today. Is a solar cutoff switch recommended, needed between solar panels and the Bluetti? So it's not. It's not. No one tells you to do it. No one says, oh, you better do this. There's nowhere out there on the Bluetti, because on regular things, like the panels go to the solar charge controller and they recommend it. And a lot of times I will do the breaker. So if something happens, the breaker will trip. But if you need to work on your system, you can manually shut the breaker off and work on your solar panels. I feel like it's something that down the road may be coming, because the Bluetti Elite 200 actually has a port so that you can ground your device. They've never had that before, but like these companies, they're learning, just like us. Like, imagine all the things that I know now that I didn't know when I built out my van. So as they're improving, so what I'm saying is down the road, I think you're going to see a breaker or a shutoff on the Bluetti. Right now with the XT60, I mean, it's just so easy to unplug. And it doesn't do anything to the battery, doesn't do anything to the system. So no worries, I'll watch them for you. You rock. Sorry, I missed it. For me, the skip doesn't show up. Have to watch the whole ad. Oh, so there are skippable ads and there are things that are not skippable. So I will promise you fix it. I'm good with the ads. I appreciate that. I can fix that. Charge controller built in. The Bluetti has a charge controller built in. You've got this box and it's got the lithium battery, the battery monitoring system, the solar charge controller, it's got everything, all the uninterrupted pass-through, everything is all in one. So did I miss a comment? If I missed a comment, just add it. If an ad is going to give a person doing the stream money, it's good. I was able to purchase one egg on my last live stream. That is so awesome. Oh, man. If you wait at least 3 seconds after the skip button shows up, the channel gets paid. So it's best to wait a few seconds. That's cool. If you want the channel to get more revenue, because you know how that goes. They have so incredibly decreased it, because I actually had a viral video while it was still good. And the amount of money that I made off of that compared to the amount of money that I made off of a video with 90,000 views is so big of a difference. It's incredible. Hundreds of dollars. So I just got an ad for a fake puppy. Do not buy a fake puppy. I got the skip button. Good. Me too. That was so cute. Oh my goodness. I mean, I didn't know this was going to happen, but I appreciate you guys. I don't mind an ad except on the live stream. I know. Yeah. I thought it was for the replay. So obviously I will adjust that. I'm fine with the ads. That's so awesome, guys. What type of shore power do you recommend? 30 amp or 15 amp connector converter? I like the NOCO ones, and it's like NOCO, and they are 15 amps. However, like the van that I'm doing right now has an air conditioner in it. I'm going to give her a 30 amp shore power for that air conditioner. So her air conditioner will be hardwired to a 30 amp shore. Maybe I shouldn't do that. That way she can run it off her Bluetti. I will do she'll have a double female. Yeah, she'll have to have a double female. So, but a lot of these normally the shore power is not charging something that's 1800 watts. It's normally used for like let's say Sean, he's got 400 amp hours of lithium battery. He's got a converter in there that he can plug into his shore power and charge his lithium batteries while he's here at the shop. So the 15 amp is perfect for all of those things. Anybody with an air conditioner should put a 30 amp in. My opinion. Some of these new Bluettis that are charging at 1800, 1900, you may want to put a 30 amp in. They can all be dialed down. When you're on shore power, especially at a family member's house, like you really don't need to take 1900 or 1800 watts on maybe an older garage outlet. So you could put the 15 amp port in, plug it into anybody's house, dial your amps down a little bit, and charge with no problem on and the shore powers are so easy to put in. So we break ground on the 28-foot wide by 35-foot RV wood shop this Monday. I'm telling you what, I'm just gonna, if your shop is 28 feet by 35 feet and the RV is going in there, you're not gonna have a shop. This thing is 30 by 50 and I ain't got room for anything out there anymore. Before they break ground, make it bigger. But if the RV is not going to stay in there full time, maybe just in the winter when it's cold, that'll work perfectly. You could always take a trip to Maine this spring, summer, and assist in my build. You know what? But like that would be heaven. I would absolutely love that if I didn't have 9 builds on that wall. So it definitely would not happen in 2025. Not sure why the kill mat had to come out. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. We put kill mat in vans. If you're talking about the sound deadening material that the Transit and Ford, Transit and Ram come with every now and then, on certain sections, they'll have some squares. They're kind of like a whitish yellow. We do not take them off, and we do not kill mat over them. Those are fine to just stay where they're at. We put the kill mat everywhere else. Let's see here. I'm catching up. Hang on. Really cute. What size Bluetti do you recommend? 2,000 or 3,000? Okay, so that question right there, I'm concerned that maybe you're not sure about. Are you talking about inverter, the size inverter that it has? Or are you talking about the watt hours of usable power that you actually get from that battery? Because let's just say the Bluetti Elite that I've got, I'm sitting here and I'm trying this thing out. It's got a 2,073 watt hour of usable power, and it's got I think it's a 2,000 something in 2,600 watt inverter, but you can step that up. The inverter part of it is how many watts can it take all at once. So like say I've got a 2,000 watt inverter and I plug in an induction cooktop and I forget that my space heater's on, it's going to trip the breaker. It's going to trip the Bluetti. If you've got a 3,000 watt inverter, Bluetti, then you could run both of those at the same time. So if you're talking about, so what I recommend is take the things that you want to use in your van. You want a refrigerator, a heater, a whatever you want to run. Look at the highest watts. So like mine would be a space heater, maybe a blow dryer, 1600 probably the max on my heater on highest setting possible, probably about 1600. My blow dryer, the setting that I run it on is 700. So just those two things alone, if I want to run them at the same time, I need a 3000 watt inverter. So you said Sean had to remove the kill mat in the newest build. I never said that. I don't know where that would have came from. Sean put it up. Sean put the kill mat up. If the only way you could have read that was on Patreon. I'll go over to Patreon. I've been sharing the build stuff on Patreon. I'll go double check maybe that. The most important thing to me is not the watts, because I don't mind unplugging my space heater for 15 minutes while I blow dry my hair. But if you're using stuff like that, you have to have the watt hours. So like a lot of people I notice that are like going with the AC300 are getting 2 extra batteries, because that gives them 6,000 watt hours of usable power. It's actually probably in the 5,000s once you multiply it by 85% or 86%. So you know, if there was a comma or something missing, that might have done it. Most people that know me, grammar was not my high. I don't put commas where they're supposed to be. Probably. I'm from Missouri. We just do one big long run on verbs and adjectives and nouns all together. Lorelai's in the house. Good to see you. But so Gary is in the house. Good to see you. So what I would do, and what I recommend that other people do, is on a piece of paper, put down the appliances and the components like your MaxxAir fan, all the things that are going to be in your van, and then see how many watts that they use per hour and add them all together. And I would literally multiply it by 1.5, because we always use more power than we think we are. Like it's cold outside, my refrigerator isn't using that much. When I'm in a hot climate, that refrigerator is cycling. So do you know how much about EcoFlow power stations? Are they as good as Bluetti, do I think? I have done a bit of work with EcoFlow. EcoFlow uses the Anderson connector for their DC output. So that's fantastic compared to a cigarette lighter. XT60 is more common across the board. I feel Anderson connectors are more in RVs, in like Class C's, Class A's, truck campers. So, but an Anderson connector, you can still use that to go directly to your fuse block. The big EcoFlow is 100 pounds. It is like 99 something, like it's 100 pounds. So I feel like for most people, it's probably a deal breaker, just getting it in and out of their van when possibly needed. It is on wheels. Now, as far as efficiency and as far as is it a good product, it is very, very compatible with Bluetti. I'm going to go as far as to say is when you're talking about high-end power banks, Bluetti and EcoFlow for the large power output have the market. There's going to be a few Jackery people that will argue with me. They are getting in the higher household backup systems for like people that have houses and you go down in their basement and they're set up for like a month to live off grid. The bigger systems are getting better. There's several things about the Jackery that I don't like. That's why I haven't really pushed them. Do I have a Jackery? I absolutely do. But as far as should I go with EcoFlow? Should I go with Bluetti? A lot of people, I'm going to say, that started going with EcoFlow heard about Bluetti customer service, maybe. That might have been a big component of it. But Bluetti customer service, it has improved significantly. Just like people are like, oh, the ProMaster has a bad transmission. That hasn't been for years. But once somebody gets it in their head, it doesn't leave. So, but EcoFlow is good. It is heavier, it's taller, it's longer. So like if you want to, it's like 25 inches long. So if you want to like put it underneath a bed or something, or hide it in a cabinet, it's harder. And it's got stuff that goes on 3 different sides, the big one. So when we did Carolyn's, we actually put a door on the front because there was no way she's going to be able to lift that out of her compartment where it's at. So it can be that can be cumbersome. But as far as product quality, I have 0 problems with EcoFlow. Let's see here. I hear it's pretty there. One day I'm gonna really check it out. That's got to be Ukrainian army likes EcoFlow. See? Yep. Honestly, it's like, that's what I'm saying. As far as, I haven't seen an efficiency test. I feel like most of these power banks, 85, 86. I've had some 79, not the ones that you're paying $2,000 for. Let's see here. Good night, Lily. Thanks for coming in. But I think weight and the dimensions are possibly why a lot of people are going with the Bluetti. Bluetti started having all the extra batteries that you could connect, I believe, before EcoFlow. EcoFlow does have that now. And they do have a power bank that's very compatible and smaller than that big beast they've got. And like I have a client, she's got the backup battery and the EcoFlow. So I'm good. Do you constantly leave the AC200P on? Mine. So I have the and I had the P. So my answer is yes, because my refrigerator, everything out there is it's on. So I leave mine on. Now, every now and then, like I'm on shore power out here. So like every 3 months, because I'll be here for 3 months now, I will unplug my Bluetti and drain it down. And then I'll plug it back in. But I leave mine all the time. If you are going to leave your battery like in storage or something, put it between like 30 and 70%, turn it off and you're good. And then, like every 3 months, just kind of charge it up, use it a little bit. What about Anker Solus? Anker's another one that I'm going to compare like Anker. Somebody in the chat's probably going to kill me, but like Anker's getting there. I don't think that they're up with the Bluetti and the EcoFlow yet, but I feel like they're going to be. I've got several people, I think, out there now that have an Anker and have used it. I haven't done an efficiency test on it. I don't know the like, is it uninterrupted pass through? Can you charge it and use it at the same time? If you can't charge it and use it at the same time, don't get it. You're at some time in your life going to have a problem with it. The old Jackeries used to do that. That was my biggest problem. But now, I think a lot of companies are getting away from that. But every now and then, you'll see one that you can't use the DC and charge it at the same time, or you can't use the AC if it's, I mean, it's just weird. But yeah, but Anchor, Bluetti, EcoFlow, Jackery, I've had several All Powers that were fine. Ace Bolt, which is a weird, like, I haven't seen them around much in the last year or so that I've seen, but I was given one to try out several years ago, and it's still out there on the road being used. So, yep. I must be missing some. Oh, mine was fully charged and in the van since 12/19. Perfect. It's fine. It's fine. And the only thing about like say yours, if it's in your van and it's not on and you're in a cold climate, do not have any input going into it, like a solar panel or a like my Charger One. I made sure to shut that off so I don't accidentally start my car, because you don't want to try and charge it while it's the temperature, the core temperature is low. That's the name of my rig and YouTube channel. So yes, it's Mobile Lake House or Beach House. There you go. Let me see what Kathy says. There's people laughing. Come check it out. Just an hour north from Albuquerque. I might have went too far back now. Do you really have a lake house? Asking for a friend. No. All right. Let's see here. No, you don't need to ask about fish. I just got 2 ads, health insurance and PGA. Tax filing. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm getting a Planet Fitness. What am I trying to be told here? Oh my goodness. I don't even know, like, depending on what you're doing, watching on TV, no ads, but using phone to follow chat and getting ads. Interesting. Type 2. Oh my goodness. Yes, like Rockpal can't input and output at the same time. See, and those are deal breakers for people. And it's not just Rockpals, there's some other ones. Rockpal's another one. A lot of their banks are smaller though, but I've had several people use Rockpals and have good luck with them. Just drink wine and you're good with those ads. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. I should be getting the Candy Crush ad. I played all. Kelly should too. I have a Bluetti AC50B. It shuts off when I use the DC, and it doesn't register any use after a certain period of time. Have you had this experience? For example, my fridge. So I did notice one time, and it was recently, that's why I say it. I had something running, and the DC current didn't show anything on. And I thought that was odd. But it really only happened that one time. But I will tell you this. So say you're in a real cold climate and your refrigerator's not cycling. If it's on eco mode, after a while, if it doesn't register an input, it's going to shut down. Once it shuts down, the only way for it to come back up is to hit that power button. So let's say, well, the fridge is not going to cycle if the thing's off, but so that would be an issue. But if it's on eco mode and it's not sensing a certain amount of watts, Like I had my Sirocco fan on, and sometimes it won't even register one. If depending on the setting, it'll shut my power down. You can turn that eco mode off. I'm not sure if that's what yours was, but I will tell you that like Bluetti has been on it as far as noticing like Bluetti having some issues and getting them fixed. And I'll tell you what, hands down, if you do Facebook, go to the Bluetti group site on Facebook, and all you got to do is leave a note like, has anybody experienced this? 500 people, 50 people will answer. There's a guy on Facebook that moderates comments for Bluetti. His last name is Mann, M-A-N-N. And I am telling you what, if you have any issue with your Bluetti and you put it on there and you say, I sent him an email, still haven't got anything back, that guy must have a red phone that goes straight to Bluetti, because it is and he helped me with mine. Yep. Caravan in Queensland burnt to the ground last night. The cause was a new lithium battery. I have AGM and my secondary battery. No power stations have lithium, or they safe. The lithium iron phosphate, that's what you want. Lithium iron is not. It can, depending on the issue, it is known to catch fire. For those of you that have been following my channel for a while, in Fredericktown, you guys know the building burnt to the ground. They had to evacuate the area. And honestly, just watch it burn because it was like so volatile. So lithium, make sure that you get lithium iron phosphate. The other thing, the number one problem, I'm saying this, and I have no facts to back it up, but I'm telling you, it is in the top 5, is a loose connection. You have to periodically check everything. Check your connections. You're in a moving earthquake. So where your power, your AC current, especially Bluetti AC 200 Max, Bluetti AC 200P, it is a known problem that these things catch. I don't know if I've seen one catch fire yet, but they melt, and it is incredible because that connection, it's a barrel plug. Barrel plugs, when you take them in and out, in and out, in and out all the time, that can wear down. And if you notice a loose connection, that is a very high risk for fire. Now, Bluetti is lithium iron phosphate, so hopefully, maybe the plastic just melts. That's the two. I've seen 2 of them. Just the plastic has melted. And that is new. I just saw that actually on the Facebook thing. But I do know of a situation where someone had a lithium battery and it started a fire. And it was a total wash, and almost it could have been deadly. So lithium iron phosphate, always. Your fuse block, where your DC current goes into your battery, check those connections. Make sure they're tight. That's your number one issue. I keep saying number one. I'm saying it. What's going on, Naj? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I don't need the tax, and I've been living it. I don't need the tax ad. Oh man. Can you run an AC off any of the Bluettis for a small house or small travel trailer? The answer is yes, but no. You can for a very limited amount of time. Most air conditioners run, if you've got a soft start on it, run at about 16 to 1800 watts an hour. Now, That's if your air conditioner is cycling. You know, it's like 100 degrees in your RV. It's 100 degrees outside. You turn your air conditioner on. It's not shutting off for hours. So if you have, 3,000 watts of power, you're not going to get 2 hours out of it. That's why, like when it's hot, you got to be on shore power somewhere. So, but yes, you can. Now, Jim and Julie, they are the ones that have the 4 dogs in their van build. They've got a Ford Transit. They have 9,000 watt hours of battery. They can run theirs for 4 or 5 hours. So they could go to a national park. Their dogs are in the van. They've got 4 or 5 hours or more to use it. But a regular Bluetti AC300 with 1 battery, the max, you're going to get, very little out of it. It's not worth draining your battery for. I have a Rockpals 500 watt and works great as a backup for my fridge. Absolutely. And that's what I like. Like, Rockpals, these little power banks, get one of those, throw it in your garage or whatever. If you have an issue with your big system, even like Sean's system, you can plug your refrigerator or something like that into a small power bank and get a couple of hours out of it. I bet you he can probably get 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours out of his Rockpal. And by that amount of time, you're either going to figure out what's going on or be somewhere where you can hook up to shore power. Hope all are okay. Yes. Yep. That's the fire. Yep. That must be eco mode. I'll double check it. I'm in Arizona and I've had this happen a few times over the past month. I'll tell you what, if it's not it, if you would like to send me an email to midwestvanbuilders@gmail.com, and I wouldn't mind, I'll get on the phone with you and we'll talk about it. We'll look at the settings together, but it's probably it. Me too, doot. Saw a finished one at a good price. Of course, they're still pricey, blah, blah, blah. But live long and prosperous. Mary's phone has ads, depends and arthritis cream. What? She doesn't need those anymore. Oh, man. Lithium iron is bad. My friend's camper, that's the one I was talking about. I didn't want to say it. He has recovered 6 months later, but lost the dogs. And we were praying for him. Oh, yeah. Yep. Lithium iron phosphate. Good to go. The friend you went to visit after the meetup, glad he's doing better. Yep. Well, thanks for the info. I'll check mine regularly. Absolutely. Getting a new camper. He has a new truck. That's awesome. All right, guys, I am almost done with the show. Let me say a big thank you to my Patreon members, my channel members. I appreciate the little extra that you guys do, the lot of extra that you guys do. I appreciate you guys. And thanks. I've got some people singing in the chat. This the doot is going to be going away. I have been working on some stuff, trying to do a little bit better on just some of my stuff that I always do the same. You guys that saw my thumbnail, a little bit different. So, yep, please hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. I might drop by in a couple of weeks just to visit a bite a bit. That sounds good. I am happy about that. You're doing great. I'm watching. Yay. Oh no. Oh no. You never know. You never know what I'm going to come up with. Kelly and I were actually on the cruise ship, and I was like, would you please help me find I can't get it to work, and I may not be able to change it. The problem is I'm using Adobe Premiere now, and I love that. And I really want to get rid of my Power Director because it's like $64 a year. And the only thing I use it for is I was using it for shorts, but I figured out the Adobe on that. And so the only thing I use it for is that stinking program. So $64 is but use the striped guitar and amp we left. Oh my goodness, I'll never get anything done. I gotta work. No time for playing. You guys are gonna love this build because Lenny brought me a bunch of stuff, memorabilia and stuff from her family. And we're going to mix that old stuff, that older stuff, antique looking stuff, with Van Halen guitar stuff. So I have to say, like, it's probably going to be a pretty, I don't even know if I would call it eclectic, but it's going to be an interesting build. There's going to be some, I hope, cool components about it, some really different things. Going to have a full shower in it with the pull-out toilet, just like Bev's. And we're incorporating some from Bev's, some from Lynn's, some from Lenny. So is Lenny's van a three? So Lenny is a ProMaster, so it's a 3500. Ram is 1500, 2500, 3500. Ford is 150, 250, 350. That sounds so cool. It is. It's really going to be cool if I can pull it all off. But Sean and I were talking about it, I think yesterday morning, or maybe it was this morning. And I was giving him some of my ideas, and so it should be pretty cool. So can't wait to see the van finished. Hurry up. We're hurrying. I like the guitar thing. Not only that, I'm going to tell you guys, because there's 45 people in here, and only you guys get to know this. Her bed is going to be, like, her platform is going to be thick. And you're going to be able to lift up the bed, and there's going to be guitars in there. Like, how cool is that going to be? I just got to figure out how to do it. Oh, man. I hope you mentioned your favorite separating toilet. You know what? So my favorite separating toilet that has got a vent fan, it turns on its own, is the Ogo toilet. The Ogo Origin is and if anybody wants one, contact me, because I get a couple $100 off. And when you hear, oh, I get a couple $100 off, it's expensive. So my price is $800, but it's a cool toilet. I love just pulling that bucket out and dumping it in a bag, and it really is cool. I had the Nature's Head, not a fan. Had it for a while too, so we really tried it out. The Trillino seems to be the new thing. You can get that in a short version and a high version. It's got the diverter. Ogo also has a non-mechanical, no brains needed toilet. It's called the Ogo Nomad. I get a discount on that one as well. I'm not sponsored by them. I have like a wholesale account with them, and I'm supposed to charge you guys, which I do. But I make my money on the install and that kind of stuff. So We have no doubt saw the creative wheels in Johnny's head on fire. I was like, give me a minute. I love all your builds. Can't wait to see what you do. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We love our Trolinos. We have a his and a hers. There you go. Teresa, how much are those? Ballpark. They do take up a little bit more space than the Ogo, but a whole lot cheaper, I think. We're going to see if we got a ballpark price. Somebody could Google it for me. We need to practice a lot. What is she talking about? We'll play at the meetup. I'm telling you, I was at my office desk just keying in some stuff. She was sitting on the bed, just kind of waiting for me to take her to the airport. And she was over there. It's an electric guitar. Like, what we got? We got 10 minutes. I'm going to show you. This is an Eddie Van Halen. Look at that. Is that cool? Am I doing it right? That's a cool guitar. That is a smaller one than, so we got to prepare for bigger ones. This one is one that belonged to the kids. Oh my goodness. This is not safe here, Lenny. That's a Van Halen pick. That's an Eddie Van Halen pick. That is not safe here. I'm going to put that right back where I found it. I'm going to get in trouble if I lose that. Hang on, let me put this back. That's the best part of being a custom builder. Isn't this stuff fun? Figuring out what I'm going to do with this and that. That's what I will need when I get a van to build. My guitar takes up a lot of room in my caravan. I think it's going to be cool. And like, got to figure out like maybe some felt lining and maybe some foam so that the guitar can sit in there. And it's going to be cool. We may even have to do some kind of stripes for her Van Halen addiction. All right, coming in late. Hi from Adele. Good to see you, Estelle. Good to see you, Adele. I knew that was Adele. I said it anyway. More decisions for Lenny. Yep. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. I know. Isn't that so cool? You'll have 3 headliners. I know, right? Yep. Patty can play too. I don't know if she's gonna make it next year, but yeah, there's quite a few people I think in the community that can play. Tim's got those drums, that thing that he brought to Oregon. Maybe he'll come and bring that. Johnny's in trouble if she loses that pick. No kidding. I shouldn't have put it on TV that it's in my shop. I'm gonna have to put it in the safe. Cool guitar and pick. We could have some kind of jam session. We could. Yeah, it is cool. It is cool. It's so cool. Just like Gracie's sunglass shelf. It's so cool. Getting to kind of tie some of this all together. I love it. So, and when I was talking about some of my ideas with Sean, you could even see it in his face that just the excitement, like, oh, that's going to be pretty cool. I'm in 2 bands. I love to jam around the campfire when I go camping. You got to come down. You got to come down here. Want to build the 5150 guitar next. Okay, I want an honest answer. You don't have to key anything in the chat, but yes or no. Who knows what the 5150 guitar is? If you know what the 5150 guitar is, just say yes or no. And I know Lenny does. Customized to each customer. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Yes, he does. He does. I know. Yeah. Who knows? No. All Trails ad. I had that app actually for a while. That ad was a meal service for men. Oh my goodness. Nope. Yes. Ed gave it to Mary. Nope. Didn't hear the question. A toy pup ad played. Chat was too fast. Trolino toilets, $375 to $599. And is that one vented? I thought they were a lot cheaper than that. I got Mint Maddie. Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I'll fix this. Off for lunch. See you guys. Thanks for coming in. Oh, hey, Aussie, before you leave, real quick. I'm watching Alone, and they're in Australia. They're in, what's that one place with a T? Tasmania. It's so cool. What was the question? Do you know what the 5150 guitar is? Do you know, if I say the 5150 guitar, who knows what that is? Now, while you guys are answering that, I got another question. And the Ogo Nomad is $200. I can get it for $140. When the ads come on, do you not hear what I'm saying? Does it not? So it's like the show's already in progress? You better be making some money off of this live. I know. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'll tell you guys what. I'll let you guys all know, because I'll know tomorrow night what I made on this live stream tonight. And I'm telling you what, like, it's got to be worth it. It's got to be worth it. I didn't realize it was going to be like this. I really thought it was just for the replays. Most of the people that watch the replays and they're not following the chat, they're okay with watching ads. So I always do that mid-roll. So, okay. So no. I think we're still on the guitar. The 5150s are priced around $1,100. $1,100. Now we only see the chat. We just see and hear the ad. It's for those about to rock. Covers the live stream. You know what, Patricia? As soon as I'm done, I don't think I was supposed to send you a link to the windows. Patricia, can you call me tomorrow? I need to get your windows ordered. I can't remember if you do you have a link to the fan? Anyway, yep, and shows and all you are gone. That's so crazy. That should be it. It will be relic to live without a net video. We were at that show. Wow. I'm watching live from my phone, no ads right now. The rewatch is when I usually get smacked around with ads every 7 minutes. Well, I'll turn that off. Haven't seen any ads. If you've got the YouTube like premium, it's like, I think mine's $13 a month. You don't see any ads on anything. So unless you click on Facebook or something and you're watching it through a Facebook link, then you'll see ads. So you got to fight for the right to party. Yep. Had to Google 5150 hot guitar. 1700. Whoa. Three ads in an hour. 3 ads in an hour. Is that what everybody's getting? 3 ads in an hour? Tell me, 3 ads in an hour. Is that a go or a no-go? I wonder how long the ads last. Oh, well, you know what? We won't do them during live streams. No premium here and not on Facebook. My Serenity in the house. My true Serenity in the house. Seen 5, more like 5. I've seen 3. Yep. No go. No go. That's about right. The ads are not that bad. I just saw the puppy again. I want one. If she ends up spending money on a puppy, I'm gonna have to work a couple of hours for her for free. I'll be losing money on the show. I had 4 or 5 ads. I wonder how they decide. I wonder how they decide how many you get. All right, guys, it's 9 o'clock. So I appreciate every single one of you guys for spending this past hour with me. I know 100% you could have been somewhere else and chose to be here. Hey, Johnny, are you seeing, feeling tariffs yet? I'm not. It's too new still. Too new. We will see. But we'll see how it goes. And honestly, we're not going to talk politics, but if I have issues getting stuff at any point, I will share that with you guys because I want you guys to be able to, like, if you're thinking about doing something like MaxxAir fans, windows, there's things like that, get it now. Things like the kind of puck lights you're going to use or the kind of sink that you might use, I would hold off on those kind of things. But say you're on my schedule for 2026 and you're going to use a MaxxAir fan with a smoke-colored hood, get it. Can't hurt. And if you get it, come by. I'll put it in. Good night, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. And if you're traveling, be safe, be safe, be safe. Marianne in the house. Good to see you. All right, guys. I'm going to let you guys go. I may put up a bonus video this week along with one on Sunday. If I do, it will be Thursday evening. So I'm working on it and might do it. So heads up, if you see I don't even know if I'll do a premiere. I may just put the video out there. So be on the lookout. If you see a video and it's like, it's not Sunday, click it anyway. Night, guys. Take care. Safe travels. Be nice. Be nice. Be good. Behave. That's what Kelly tells me.